What is going on, guys? It's me again, Manny at Manny Mods Garage, and today we're just gonna do a little video about what you guys saw in the thumbnail. We're gonna talk about the Hellcat, but before we talk about the Hellcat, we gotta wash the Escalade. The Escalade is very disgusting. I'll show you guys in a little bit how bad it looks. I have not washed this thing in probably about a week. It is caked up, all due to the snow and the sludge, and those are the type of things we're not used to out here in southern Georgia. It's very rare that we got snow. We got snow probably like, I don't know, 2018 I think it was. But we just got some snow, and it was a lot. For us, it was a lot. It doesn't look like it right now. We'll put some footage about it in a second, because it was like 6 inches or something like that, which is pretty chaotic for people out here in South Georgia. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the Hellcat, the modifications that I've done to it, just kind of getting back to the basics. You know, we've taken a break from Instagram, taking a break from YouTube, all types of social media, and it was only because, you know, we got our daughter and we're just focusing on other things. You know, we got other big goals that we want to achieve. But other than that, we're going to talk about some of the things that I've done recently to the Hellcat, how I got there, how long we've had it, kind of the history about this car, because I realized that I've never really talked about this car. I've never really got into what I've done to it. The process that we got to get in this, the history. So we've had this car for quite a bit, but before we do that, like I said, we're gonna wash the Escalade. It is disgusting, so bear with me. We're gonna make this thing looking good again. It's been a minute. The hell? Look at that. Ew. Ew. All right, here we are, finished product. I know for you guys, it was probably maybe like 30 seconds to a minute. We washed this thing. It took us like maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes in reality. Quick wash. I could get into more detail, making sure that the door jambs are all done up real pretty and all that cool stuff. Usually I do, but it's not bad for some snow melting. You know, I'm pretty sure it's gonna get dirty again, but guess what? I don't make excuses. I like to make sure that my stuff looks clean all the time. If I have the strength in me, I'll make sure that my investments look like decent investments. Some of you people are going to criticize me for that one, but I don't care. Anyways, we're about to take the Hellcat out, go find a spot, kind of talk about the car. Like I said earlier, if you haven't seen Peanut, that's the new nickname we gave the truck. Well, I gave my truck, or our truck, whatever. It's called Peanut. It's a gigantic elephant. It's my baby. Still got some more buffing I gotta do, get that paint perfect. Oh, an update on Peanut. We got new headlights. Got some black housings, got them for a steal. Somebody on Marketplace was trying to get rid of it. So Peanut's looking good. But other than that, yeah, running good. I'll give you guys an update later on that. Maybe in like about a couple weeks, I'll give you an update on the valve cover. See how that Spell Lab valve cover is holding up. The catch can is holding up, and all that good stuff. But let me stop boring you guys with this conversation. Let's get to the actual topic of the thumbnail. Well, we're back, guys. We just went on a little cruise. Went to a couple places. We had to get some stuff done. So we got the car back in the end of 2018, right before Christmas, and we were kind of shopping around. We had a Camaro, and then we had a Scat Pack, a 2018 Scat Pack Indigo Blue. It was in immaculate condition. It was a gorgeous car. The only thing is that we weren't excited, and I've always lived life on the edge. So if I was already right there, I might as well just pay an extra $100 a month and get a Hellcat. And at the time, before COVID in 2018, the Hellcats were very popular, but they were making so many of them that we scored a nice one. We got a good deal on this car. That was right before the wide bodies came out. So we got the Hellcat, and the story of how I get in the Hellcat was, huge shout out to my wife. She helped me co-sign on this car. A nice large down payment. My mother-in-law was furious, but guess what? Got the car, and it worked out. It was a base model. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna see the pictures in a few seconds. My wife's gonna start, you know, putting a little collage of pictures of the car before it got to this point. So we got the car. We got it for $47,000. It was really cheap. We negotiated heavily on this deal because they kept insisting and pushing for the max. You know, they were trying to get 55 for it. So I told them I'm shopping around, I'm looking around. We were like poking around at CTSVs, the third gen, of course, V3, I guess you can call them now, not the V2. And we were looking at I'm messing around with CTSVs. I was even looking around for GTRs, R35s, and I was looking at Vets, I was looking at GT500s, and I was just kind of like scoping the field, trying to look around and see if I could find myself something cool. But at the time, the hot stuff was a Hellcat. Yes, because the engine was producing 707, even though it's a fat, heavy car, we all know that. But I just saw the comfort. I'm literally racing a living room. So honestly, I was just looking around, and they had so many cars to choose from at the time, and it was just so expensive that other vehicles had less options, less horsepower, less potential. And I'm very familiar with the Mopar community because I've always messed around with those cars. Now, I'm not diehard Mopar, I like my Chevys as well, but get back to the story. We negotiated a deal, they declined it, so me and the wife Samantha, we said, screw that, let's get out of here. And so we left the dealership. That was right before Christmas. Christmas comes around, we celebrate Christmas, then we make a trip all the way up north to see some family up there. We see New York, we have fun, and then on the way down, right before New Year's, the dealership calls us and says, hey, you still want to make this deal? I said, man, you know what? I don't know. It just depends on the deal I offered you. I told you how much I want to pay. If you don't want to make that arrangement happen, we're not going to do it. The dealership comes around, gives me a call back. It was probably like 7 o'clock at night. We were driving down. We were stuck in Virginia in some traffic. And they called us and they said, let's do it. And me and my girlfriend, Samantha at the time, we looked at each other like, we'll do it? Yeah, let's do it. They ain't buy a car yet, so screw it. So we called them back and we told them, hey, we're going to wire you guys the down payment. Take the card over the phone. And that's not even allowed to happen, but we did it anyways. The dealership really wanted to make the deal. It was called Arlington Toyota out of Jacksonville. And we did it. And we got the car. And we were so stoked. It was like, it's like how I'm going to feel when one day I get my Gen 5 Viper. It was just, wow. It was like, I don't know, it blew my mind, you know, that we actually left the dealership with the Hellcat, and especially at the time when the Hellcats were the big thing. So we get the Hellcat, and from there on, the mods began. We lived in an RV with the Hellcat. Yeah, you're probably gonna criticize me, but we had no kids, we had no responsibilities, we didn't really care, and Florida was very expensive, and we didn't really want to live in Florida. We were just there because I went to school there and I just got out the Army. Okay. So now the car. We got the car. Yes, it's paid for. It's been paid for quite some time now. So just so you guys know, dreams do come true. You guys are making payments on something expensive, stick to it. That's something my wife taught me. Before her, I flipped cars like crazy. My family could not keep a accountability. They can't keep up with how many cars that I had throughout the years. But she told me, keep the car, let's keep the car, let's keep the car. I stuck around, I kept the car. Next modification we ended up doing was airbags. I ended up meeting this really cool guy named Alex. He's out of
Lake Nona,
Florida. Mad cool dude, man. He sponsored his garage, his tools, his time, and everything to help me build my car. Huge shout out to Alex. Mad love for him. The dude took care of us.
He had the first wide body.
Yeah, he had
Indigo blue Charger.
Wide body Charger in the United States at the time. They called him Ice Blue Alex, man. He blew up. He had like 20,000 followers on Instagram. At that time was a big deal. He had so many followers on Instagram because of the wide body, and it was an indigo blue wide body. And we had the Charger in indigo blue at the time, and that's kind of how we met. So it was awesome, you know, a couple scat packs in the same color. He had a wide body, he had airbags, he had everything done to it. And that's what got me into being friends with him. So I ended up trading in the scat pack. I got the Hellcat, and I said, dude, I'm gonna bag. At the time, there was plenty of cars out there. There were Hellcats that were bagged, but it was very rare to see one in general, and it was very rare to see a bagged one. So we were reckless with this car, man. Drag strip. Drag strip.
Definitely so. Good race right here. Tower side pusher right in.
Raced the crap out of this car. We were just trying to get a 10-second quarter mile on a bone stock Hellcat, and we made it happen. Believe it or not, made a 10.9 on a quarter, and then non-stop 11-second passes. My wife, since she lied to me, she had the 11 seconds on the dot, and it was pretty impressive to see a heavy Hellcat. At the time, you know, it was saying 11.3s on the quarter. We were breaking 11 non-stop on a bone stock car, being reckless, no trailer, no support, no backup, no tires, no extra differential, nothing but just some standard warranty because we were under 30,000 miles. And so we race. Alex hooked it up, and then we ended up putting airbags on the car, and that's when the mods started beginning. It didn't never stop from there. We did the installation in his garage by ourselves. We never paid anybody. With my mechanical skills and my, you know, I could figure things out. I had a small little metal toolbox with a bunch of little tools here and there. And we literally put the airbags on the car ourselves. It was a lot of fun. From the airbags, then we got the carbon fiber wide body. There was a company called Chrome and Carbon at the time. They were out of Dubai. And there was another company called the Basel Carbon. They were competing a lot for customers. And so we had this kit. And so this guy named Ali reached out to me. And he was like, hey, help me sell some products, and I'm hooking you up with that wide body kit. Put the wide body kit on the car, and that's when basically everything started exploding from there on, because at the time, 2018, a carbon fiber, a wide body Hellcat in general was a scene. It was like a thing to look at. It was impressive. Wow, there's a new thing. It was the hot thing because the Demon came out.
Yeah, so everybody thought it was a Demon.
It was a Demon, right? Until you got closer, it wasn't a Demon. It was actually carbon fiber wide body, and it was like the big deal. So we got the wide body kit. This is probably the cleanest kit that I've seen, because there's many other kits out there. When you're messing around with fiberglass and carbon fiber, you know, it's the material likes to like move around a lot. You know, you leave it in the heat too long in a certain position, and it'll kind of like flex into that because of the epoxy or whatever, the resin. So we got the kit on there. We had some basic wheels on it. We got a few sponsorships. We had Box. They sent us wheels after wheels for free, guys. We had a lot of sponsorships from there on. We had another sponsor called NXS Wheels. I think they're out of business now. There's a guy named Nick, him and his father. They're legends in this wheel stuff, this forged wheel stuff, and I ended up getting nice wheels. You can see the picture now. And then that was a really nice set of wheels. That was my first set of 3-piece wheels. And then we moved on. I got a sponsorship through Brom Racing. They hooked us up with these seats. I've always wanted that. And then the steering wheel is from Dyna Performance. So if you email them and you tell them what specific color you want your steering wheel leather to be, they'll actually build it and they'll actually make it to match. So that's what I did. I got the sepia, which is what this leather interior called, and it came out good. No, unfortunate part is that the seats don't really match exactly like this sepia interior from Dodge, the factory. Believe it or not, it's a factory color. The latest sponsor that I have with this car is VFC Performance. They make custom beadlock setups. They usually specialize in BMWs and stuff like that, but they make any style, any bolt pattern, anything you want. They make 2-piece and then regular mono giant pieces of aluminum. They make any color, any style. Obviously these are gold plated. I know I'm a little different. I like crazy wild stuff. I'm gonna have something different. I'm gonna make sure you know it. I don't like to spend money and then it just looks like everything else. So they make some really custom beadlocks. Shout out to John from VFC Performance for being patient with me, because I am a very rude person when I'm buying something expensive, because I don't want to spend the money. I know it shouldn't be that way, but that's just how I am. But they're gorgeous. These are carbon fiber beadlocks. They're actually very, very good quality the way they put them together. Very easy to install. The quality, man, I'm telling you, I'm very impressed. I was very skeptical about this stuff, but it's a very nice company to work with. The wheels, I love them. Because again, you could get out there and you can get the same setup that a lot of people offer, There's only so many options out there. Or you could just call these people up, say, hey, I want it to look like this. I want it to be this color. I don't want to spend and waste money on this. I want everything to be different. Here's just a quick video of the back, my trunk setup. And it's all airlift performance. A lot of these pieces have been basically donated through jobs. So I got this whole setup from somebody who just got their car totaled, and I helped sell some of their pieces. And this is basically how I got some of the stuff. Before the car got thrown in the junkyard, you know, he donated a lot of these pieces to me in order to take a lot of his other parts and sell them. So still got some parts that I'm still selling. I ain't forget about you. I promise I still got them. Anyways, stripes, that's a cosmetic thing that I do myself. Once again, guys, all these parts I do myself. I don't really pay anybody to do anything unless it's like paint or performance. And we're gonna get to performance in a second. But aesthetically, the stripes, I do this myself. The carbon fiber wing comes from Chrome and Carbon. They're not in business anymore, but you still can find other companies that sell stuff like this. I know they're out there. I see them all the time. But this is like pretty rare pieces of carbon fiber. Another mods that I have is the hood. This hood is, I don't remember the name of the company. I should know. But there's some company out of California, and it is actually made of aluminum. I used to have the carbon fiber one made by Vicrez. Not a fan of Vicrez products. I know a lot of you guys agree with me. The Vicrez carbon fiber hood did not look good at all. It was just all janky, funky. I drove down the highway and the hood was flopping in the wind. It was just real cheap made. Obviously for the price, you think, you know, but no, it's not good. I didn't like it. This is the aluminum hood. It came with a lot of little dents here and there, but again, thanks to the body shop that I work at, my boys, we fixed it up. We got rid of the little dents from the factory, from the factory, and we painted it to match. That, and then the headlights I acquired the headlights from a job that I was working on. I am not big on electrical. I don't really, it's not that I can't do it, I just don't like the hassle. I don't like the unnecessary problems. And when you mess around with electrical components, you're gonna have issues with your battery, wires, just unnecessary problems. I've never been a fan of it, but I acquired these lights because I didn't have to disassemble mine. I didn't have to wait on anything. They're pretty cool. They flicker, they do a bunch of other cool stuff. I got the demon eyes that I'm working on getting to work, but it's got the Hellcat logo inside and all this cool stuff. Then down here, I got a ZL1 add-on lip to protect the carbon fiber lip. And it comes with the rods and the splitter, and it's pretty sturdy. It keeps everything intact, nice and tight, no sagging on the bumper. Again, I do all the stripes myself by freehand. I do the bag installations in under 8 hours on these Mopars. I do all the other vehicles as well. I do kill switches. That's one thing. I have 3 kill switches on this car. Some people think that I have the same position as everybody else's. No, I have 3 kill switches on this car, just somebody takes it. It's got 2 GPS trackers, so I'll know exactly where the car is at all the time. For me, I don't like having tinted windows on these cars because the cops harass the crap out of me. I'm tired of them harassing me. So we fishbowl it. And also, when you go into car shows and you take nice pictures under the light, man, you can see the interior, and I like to show my interior. So it's a double win. Driving around, the cops see you, they see your face, they don't bother, they don't question anything. It's just less attention by providing attention. It's kind of weird the way that works. But the exhaust system is straight pipe catless, and then it's just a quad tip on the rear, which I'm about to purchase some different exhaust tips and weld them on. They're gonna be gold exhaust tips on them.
You've had these since like day one.
Yeah, since the beginning of time, basically. But yeah, that's basically exterior mods. I don't think I'm missing anything. I upgraded my Uconnect. So this is 2016, so it's got the old Uconnect where it doesn't have Apple CarPlay and all that cool stuff. But this one, almost slipped and bust my butt.
It's in the streets. God damn.
But not bad for a 2016. I didn't invest too much money into this car. People think that I probably dumped like 50 grand into it, and I actually didn't. I got the carbon fiber wide body for free. I only spent a few thousand on the rims, which is way better than, it's a sponsored price. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose that. And just things here and there that if I can't do, I don't do. You know, exhaust and tuning and all that. But we're going to get to tuning in a minute. I actually have real hood pins. These are the Amazon specials. I'm not bougie. I don't go out there and get in the most expensive of everything. Sometimes I do, but I work up to that. I don't just jump into $500 this, $500 that. The engine bay was painted. These little pieces were painted by my buddy Frank from the body shop, and then all the other gold pieces were gold plate or powder coated by Brian from Clutch Coatings, and he's out here in Georgia. And all the carbon fiber pieces, as you can tell, from Family Customs. There actually are carbon fiber. They're sheets of carbon made to basically dress up the engine bay and cover up everything really, really nice. Engine performance, engine mods, 1300cc injectors, a 260 upper pulley, no lower pulley, just a general oil catch can, dual 4 innovation fuel pump system on E85, catless exhaust, the leg maker intake, and I think that basically covers it. And that's the reason why I stuck with Mopar, because just general bolt-ons and a good tuner. My daughter over there playing, the kid, my son. It's pushing supposedly around 900 horsepower, maybe a little bit more. I've seen these things on a dyno. Some people actually make about 1,000, but I'm just gonna stick to whatever my tuner, shout out to Efren out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's the guy who put these cars together. He's the guy to go to when you want information, knowledge.
Mommy, you got my baby. You got to put my baby on the little dogs.
Okay.
You answer my baby cuts.
Okay.
The engine was done by in E's garage. Information is right here, and he's the one who blesses all the Mopar guys out here from Georgia, North Carolina, some people South Carolina, Northeast Florida. So if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram or get in the comments below, and I'll try to help you out with all the information on who's who. But the car apparently is making around 900 horsepower on E85. It does have potential to go even faster with more power. But honestly, guys, with the lifestyle that I got now, I don't race the car. I don't mess around with the car too much. I actually poked around trying to sell it a few times, if you guys seen online. But my wife doesn't let me, and that's a good problem. People ask me, how do you do this with kids and all that? My wife's always stuck with me since the beginning. She's always supported me. I've always supported her, and we do everything as a team. And with that being said, you know, we just don't make excuses. We don't. We work hard. We take care of what we have. We do everything with our children. And with that, thanks to God, you know, that I have everything that I have. Like you saw me in the video earlier, it's 40 degrees. I got a little cold and chest congestion, and I still wash my truck because, like, again, I work hard. I like to take care of my things. Hustle. I've always had the hustler's mentality, and I make sure that I got what I got, even if it's complicated. We stick through it. We work hard, and we just keep on thriving. But again, most importantly, to the glory of God. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to spill the Lord's name all over you guys, but that's just my life, you know. So if you ask me how I do it, I just don't make excuses. I try and I thrive and I do more and more. I don't sit in my butt. You know, I don't look at other people and say I can't do it. No, I try to get to the next level. It might take some time. And even with these kids, even with my busy lifestyle, I still do what I can to make sure that I have what I have. And at the end of the day, thank God, you know. But this, guys, with this being said, that's basically how I got my Hellcat. That's basically the story of the Hellcat. We do have some more stuff coming up. I have an installation video coming up soon about a new mod that I got. It's not a sponsored mod or anything like that, but I think it's really cool. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions, again, Instagram, Manny.Mopar, or the YouTube channel, Manny Mods Garage. Just comment. Do me a favor, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps the algorithm. And we have some more stuff coming for you guys. So Manny Mods Garage,